Shelley Duvall, the Shining actor and Robert Altman muse, dies at 75. Duvall is best known for her roles in the 1980 horror movie classic The Shining with Jack Nicholson and the 1980 comedy Popeye with Robin Williams. The Shining actor Shelley Duvall died Thursday at her home in Blanco, Texas, her partner Dan Gilroy said. She was 75. Gilroy said Duvall had been in hospice and bedridden for the last few months due to complications from diabetes. She died in her sleep, he said in a phone call. Duvall is best known for her roles in the 1980 horror movie classic The Shining with Jack Nicholson and the 1980 comedy Popeye with Robin Williams, known for working with film director and screenwriter Robert Altman. Her first screen role was in Altman's 1970 comedy Brewster McCloud. Variety reported. Duvall was attending junior college in Texas when Altman's crew members preparing to film Brewster McCloud encountered her as at a party in Houston in 1970. They introduced her to the director, who cast her in Brewster McCloud and made her his protege. Duvall, gaunt and gawky, was no conventional Hollywood starlet, but she had a beguiling, frank manner and exuded a singular naturalism. The film critic Pauline Kael called her the female Buster Keaton. At her peak, Duvall was a regular star in some of the defining movies of the 1970s and 1980s. In The Shining, she played Wendy Torrance, who watches in horror as her husband, Jack Nicholson, goes crazy while their family is isolated in an overlook hotel. It was Duvall's screaming face that made up half of the film's most iconic image, along with Jack's axe coming through the door. But Duvall disappeared from movies almost again, retiring from acting. Her last film role was in 2002's Manna from Heaven. Duvall retreated from public life. Earlier this year, she gave her first interview in years. How would you feel if people were really nice and then suddenly on a dime she snapped her fingers, they turn on you, Duvall told The Times. You would never believe it unless it happens to you. That's why you get hurt, because you can't really believe it's true. In 1977, she won the Cannes Film Festival Award for Best Actress for her role in Three Women. According to Variety, her role in Three Women led to her being cast in The Shining. In a 1981 interview with People, Duvall noted that the horror movie based on Stephen King's book catapulted her career, but said filming it was challenging. She told the magazine that director Stanley Kubrick had her crying 12 hours a day for weeks on end. I will never give that much again. If you want to get into pain and call it art, go ahead, but not with me, she said. Duvall started to step away from acting in the 1990s. The Associated Press reported she last appeared in The Forest Hills in 2023, her first role after a 20-year hiatus. Scott Goldberg, who directed The Forest Hills, remembered Duvall as a radiant, very kind and witty person. She was wonderful to work with and she did a great job. Very proud of her, he said in a phone call Thursday. Goldberg said having the opportunity to work with Duvall, whom he considered one of his idols, was a big accomplishment.